Good morning, welcome to a morning outlook on Friday the 26th of April. This is Kim speaking. So looking at the euro dollar at first, and well, we've sold off. We had a decent 3-day sell-off here. Are we going to see a bit more of a rally? Potentially. There are support areas around we're seeing maybe just short of its monthly S1 here. It's also came short of its weekly S1 as well, S3 actually, but it's had a decent old sell-off. Now there's still room, I think, for possible further sell-offs, but at the moment we've put this little higher low in. There was a bit of divergence kicking through on the 4-hourly time frame on the RSI here. You can see a bit of divergence. It might just want to come up a little bit further in towards that 60.50. Now I should be watching that area because previously we've had selling coming to that sort of area. It's not managed to push through, didn't manage to get back through to the pivot yesterday, and instead triggered a sell side. Here today, well, I'm really looking at the same sort of thing. I'm not necessarily looking to buy it though. I'm just sort of sitting there looking at the potential downside breaks either here or maybe a little bit more aggressively across here. So I'm just watching to see if it does come off, but alternatively it's just to wait and see if it gets that 60.50 in the reaction. I'd quite like to sell it into that level, but if it pushes through I would just stand aside. So I'm really looking for a point of sell, but do realize that it might have a bit more upside in this. The pound, let's have a look from the outside value. There we go, into its monthly S1 as well. It's finding a little bit of a bounce going on at the moment as well. Arguably there's some divergence. Oh no, it's not. There's no divergence there on the 4 hourlies, but again higher low put in sort of there, and it's looking like it's running up towards its R1. This also was a very simple sell yesterday. I'm looking at the same sort of basis on this, is to see if it we get a push down from here, or the more aggressive sort of line across here. So really again just looking on the sell side. If it just pushes up, well, I'm just standing aside for now. But this has now pushed through its 60.50, so maybe cable has got a bit more upside as well. And so both these markets may have upside, in which case I'm sitting patient. If there is a decent point of sell, I will do. If it's looking like these are going to reverse a little bit more, confirm higher lows, well, maybe I'll be on the long side on Monday, but for now it may be a day of no trades, which is possible, but we've had a decent week, so there's no point trying to push things. Yen, well, seen a bit of strength in it yesterday. I'm still wondering whether it will push up. There's more things for me to say. This should be really pushing up, and we may see if we saw risk coming into it, we may see that the risk money coming into it. Maybe we'll see that coming out, even if the other currencies are strengthening against the US dollar. We may see a reversal, but as we see this at the moment, there's nothing for me to actually get into on this time frame. So just check the 60-minute. Well, okay, there is a possible short sort of side looking towards yesterday's lows, maybe the S1. It's doing its best. It has put a higher low in though, and may after 8 o'clock pitch up higher. Not totally convinced with it at the moment at all. It's as I say, may sell more, but my preference, like the euro and the pound, would be on the short side, where this would be on the long side preferably. So I'm standing aside if it doesn't want to play at the moment. Aussie dollar, another one that got such a slaughtering of late. It well, yesterday it put a little reversal bar in, so we're seeing this through these markets, and it may be, well, perhaps I should be looking at the long side, but I do wonder how far up they've got. Maybe they've got more than I'm giving them credit for, but at the moment there was a bit of divergence. There's a bit of double divergence running through in the end on the 4 hourlies there. On the Aussie dollar, it may have further upside. It's already above its R1 at the moment. Very pinched pivots. It was a very tight range yesterday. Where to? If it starts getting a bit of a leg up, and it may get a better move than some of the other markets, we'll see, but may run up towards its 100 moving average. But again, it looks like we may have more upside. Canadian dollar, it's almost about time it had a bit downside, but again, reversal signal sitting there, shooting star. Maybe it'll come down to its daily 821. It's okay. Let's put a lower high, and hasn't really confirmed that until it breaks down at 37 area. So it's not really confirmed at the moment, but it looks like it's trying to put a lower high in, and a little bit more strength may come against the dollar here. So it may be looking like the dollar's softening a little bit this morning at the moment. I'd rather be on the other side of it though. It's the pivot's still to be done on the Canadian dollar there. Maybe if it goes into there, it could be a sell point, but as I say, I'd rather be on the other side, on the trend side of the market, as opposed to this short-term movement. So I may be standing aside this morning and watching some of these. Now we have got news out later at 1:30, which are quite key news. And we've got Swiss National Bank chairman Jordan speaking at 9 o'clock. That may create a bit of volatility amongst the euro. We may see something coming out there at 9. But more importantly, at 1:30 we'll see the advanced GDP. So that may rattle and give us a bit of a change at that time, and it may be that I need to wait until then before I look for a trade, unless something nice sets up. That's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.